Hey, good morning, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and start because I'm not gonna be here long. As y'all can see my title, I went back and changed my title because, well, let me be truthful. I did catch up on some stuff. I've been up this morning and late last night, and I'll get to that in a minute. I'm not gonna go too deep with it. Good morning, Voodoo, Pretty Chocolate, Purple Peach, Ray Black, and good morning, everybody. I didn't get a chance to watch Bizarre right now, and I know she's on, but I was just peeking over there at Kwani too as well, still catching up on some stuff, but I couldn't stay over there. And what I got so far from her and what was going on over the weekend and last night on Pizarro's channel. I don't think Bizarre was happening last night, I'm not for sure, but I did catch the replay. But then the next night, I think was last night, somebody was telling me to go over there and watch Kimmy, and I went over there. Anyway, I caught that. Well, anyway, Kwani is over there saying Kimmy is trash. Something about Sean Bradley. I don't know if he said anything or not because I didn't watch him. And they saying something about Pizarro and Kimmy exploded Rico's mom, but I don't think so. She basically came on her own and did like what her son always say, he's real, he put it out there, but hers kept being I'm old school, his I'm real. So I'm not gonna go there right now. I want to do my Wendy story. That's why I went back and put in my title what I'm gonna talk about. You know, I didn't say like Kwani's title is Let's Be Messy. You know, right now, if y'all want to go watch some mess right now first and then come back and watch my replay, that's fine. But however, after I get through with this, I'm gonna hit on it just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is. Now, welcome. Thank you. Welcome. And please hit the thumbs up. So I just thought we'd do a little bit different this morning. I think I usually do what the mess first, then the stir. Well, it don't matter. But I don't know. I I even called up on Jay Wilson with the Brian telling his true feelings and whatever. Everybody can feel how they want to feel. So let's see. I don't know if y'all know what exploding with that lady. That's what I'm saying. Let me get the Wendy Williams out the way, purple peaches. And I'm gonna say that. Then I'm gonna get there. Okay. But welcome our first 20 that always come. Anybody, please catch the replay. It's been a long weekend. Of course, y'all know where I be and what I do over the weekend. From time to time, I try to pop in and what I leave a message on my community board. Y'all know that's just, what I do. That's my family time. I can understand. Yeah, exactly, Purple Peach. Exactly. So we're gonna get to that. This is gonna be quick. And I don't know if any of y'all interested in Wendy Williams, but I found it interesting that her husband, Kevin Hunter, Wendy's ex-husband, wants alimony checks. He said he can't pay his mortgage and his bills. After all that cheating and having the baby on her, his karma came, y'all. She stopped making payments when she got sick. I think that was last year in February when she became ill. Anyway, he claimed that he helped build that whole empire because he worked for her. Okay. And he's trying to get her guardian, which is the bank, I think, to give him money to pay his bills, y'all. And see, and they divorced in 2020. But because of Sharina Hudson, his mistress that he was cheating on for years on Wendy. Remember on stage, she's always say everything fine in Hunterville. She was trying to hide it for years until they had this baby. And then I guess she said that's enough. So anyway, she espoused support. I said they had all the paperwork done and everything, how much she was going to pay him, when they divorced and she was paying him. But from the way I understand it, if she became ill and stopped working, there's no more, that counts as out the payments. And she did become ill, or adjust the payments if she become unemployed or whatever. But the bird is she's trying to do a podcast. See, a podcast though is not going to equal the amount of money that she was making. Okay, she would have to be making equal payment, and I doubt if she's going to do that. I don't even know she made a podcast yet. So she's not working, and he's not getting paid, and he can't do his mortgage. He can't pay his bill. Which y'all say, karma, the audacity of him want her to keep taking care of him and Sharita. Maybe he ran out of money, and him and Sharita having problems. I don't know what it is, but he need to go tell her to get a job. That he need to tell her that, I'm sorry, babe, we no longer could be living off my ex Wendy Williams money, because that counted that out. And then some was saying they think this probably a put on with Wendy, some of the illnesses that she's showing us, because she do make a point to be in public. We saw her go to the store, get her liquor. She didn't show that big feet. Something was wrong with her feet for real. I don't know what they call it. What's that? Elephant foot? It was big and gray. I don't know what you call that illnesses. But she making a point to go out in public. We didn't saw people helping her several times to get in the car, get out the car. She seemed very weak. So some say they think she probably had that master plan, no, I'm not giving you no alimony because of what the paperwork said. If I stop working or get fired, anything, that cancels out that payment. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I'm glad. And I'm glad. Okay. And so let me get this story real quick and then we moving on. I just thought that was interesting, and y'all might want to talk about something different this morning after that long weekend and all that. Whew, Lord, y'all. When I was watching, I was just thinking to myself, wow, I won't even know how to approach this. But anyway, so let me get through this. So anyway, he's facing foreclosure, and a lot of news outlets is reporting it, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I just wake up and say, let me start out with something else, because I really don't feel like the mess right now. So anyway, his Wendy Williams' ex-husband demands she keep paying him alimony for his bill and his hip surgery. Now, I think that's a sorry man. After you divorced this woman 2 years ago, you cheated on her for 10 years or more, allegedly, with the same woman. She got pregnant, you had her aborted, got pregnant again this time, then y'all had the baby. And you done bought this big old mansion You finance her businesses, which all of them failed. Nothing never worked for her or you, or whatever. Now you begging for money. Now, is she to the point where she telling you, she don't want you no more? You ain't got no money. What's going on with that? Why you bothering Wendy? So I hope Wendy is having the master plan. If she is, though, nobody should be saying it, though, huh? I shouldn't be saying it. Because some people saying they think she's been smart and putting this on. I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, Kevin had Wendy Williams ex-husband has come out and said he now broke because Williams is no longer paying him. Ain't that sorry? You based your whole life for you and your woman now. I don't know if they ever got married now. On your living on Wendy. So in the court documents, Hunter claimed he has fallen on hard time because Williams no longer paying him money. He can no longer pay his mortgage, and his home is now in foreclosure. Is that karma? Williams is not in control of her money and no longer and has been placed in financial guardianship who oversees the spending. That's what allhiphop.com reported. William asked the court to make the guardian make payments as contract required under the MSA and severance agreement because he depends on those payments to survive and provide for family. But she said she fallen behind on most of, but he said he fallen behind on most of the bills. I currently live in a community that requires payments to do the homeowners association, and I'm behind on that as well. He's behind on the homeowners association. Just let the house go, man, and you and Sharina get a job. And he said if the homeowners association fees is not paid, they're going to foreclose. Foreclosure will follow. That's what he said. He says car insurance hasn't been paid as a result of not receiving monthly severance payments. How long did this man think Wendy was supposed to take care of him, though? They've been divorced since 2020. Before the divorce, she was still giving money. I don't know. But how long he think? So, wow. How long did he think this woman supposed to keep? 2023 coming up. How long does she supposed to keep getting him money? Clearly, the whole world know he's with another woman, and, and the baby, a whole different family. I wonder how long he thought this was going to go on. I mean, they didn't. I don't see where there's a stipulation on how many years they should have to pay him, or was it till he remarried? I don't know. I'm looking for that part of it because I really don't know. It's just me asking questions in my head. How long was she supposed to pay him? And he ain't gonna never marry Sharita because Sharita, whatever her name is, because if he married her, that would stop the payments. So they just living together in their big old mansion? No. So getting mad. Let me see what this news outlet saying about William Williams slammed by ex-mistress and scathing post after he begs alien TV host for alimony payments and divorce. Wow. So she's slammed by ex-mistress. Wendy Williams has been ripped by her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, baby mama, in a head turning post on social media. So she got the nerve to say something to him. She been ripped by her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter's baby mama, in the head turning post. Sharita Hudson threw media shade, the former daytime host show in the Instagram story. The audacity. Woman, go get you a job. Wendy don't owe you no money. Happy and healthy is all I'm on right now, Sharina 37 wrote in the post. She did add it. The clickbait is real. I guess they need the storyline to continue for a podcast. Wendy don't need no storyline to do no podcast, lady. Oh my God, this is crazy. Wendy 58 previously claimed that she is launching a podcast. However, it is not clear if any episodes have been taped. I don't think so because I haven't seen it yet either. Sharina has not added any further explanation as to what storyline her comments were touching on. So she's even mad about this lady's money. Y'all, I know some people will say, yeah, if my man can get the money from the woman, we'll live off of it. I don't know, though. I guess my pride. I just would never wanted my husband. Is that called a pimp? But I don't know. I just would. I don't know. I can't say. I don't know if I would want him to have our life depend on an ex if he had an ex. Well, you ain't got the big coins no more, lady, so you might as well just get you a job. So all this comes after Wendy's ex-husband, Kevin, who had an affair with Sharina while still married to the former TV star, claimed he is broke. Kevin claimed his monthly payment, which was made by the star as agreed to, and their divorce suddenly stopped. In 2022, the woman got ill. You gave her a nervous breakdown. We saw the first time when she fell out on the stage. Then she came back the next day saying everything's fine in Hunterville. I mean, she hid it for the longest till that baby came. And when that baby comes, she couldn't hide it no more. So if y'all interested in that story, a lot of the news outlets are pointing on it. And he's crying about his bill. And first of all, where's this man's pride at? I wouldn't want my husband to come over here begging for some money from an ex while he been living with me all these years. Neither one of them got no integrity. Neither one of them got pride. This woman sitting her lazy butt over there, 37 years old, want her man to go get money from the ex so they could keep financing their life. I just think that's sorry. I don't know what your opinion is, but whenever I drop my link, somebody want to come and talk about that, they can. So let me move on for that. Good morning, Manny. Tara Scale, his baby's mama need to get off her butt and go get her own. You got that man in the house and got the nerve to have a little mini mansion over there, Tyra. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sorry? No integrity, no pride, no values, no morals, no nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yes, indeed. I mean, nothing. I'm just with you. And then she only 37 years old. Girl, go get you a job. Try it, girl. I've always heard when you fail, try and try and try again. Because they say she admitted her business ventures that he was financing failed. Now, I don't know how many she had, but when they say business ventures, I'm assuming she probably had 3 or 4. It ain't nothing work. And it wasn't going to work. You know what I'm saying? You can't win by being dirty. Okay? Shout out to Nene Meeks, whoever else said that. You can't win by playing. How long did y'all thought this love nest honeymoon situation was going to last? Good morning, Manty. Once they showed that man being spending Wendy's money on another family, he should have to earn it. Exactly. Once they see he moved in, got a whole family, a woman and a baby, she should have been, exonerated from that back then. Instead of waiting till she got ill. Because what if she would have never got ill? Because what if she was still working? As long as she was working, she'd give him that money. Isn't that something? So anyway, y'all, I just wanted to come on and be on the mouth tip for this morning just for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Look away from my girl. If she show up, I'll stay on here longer. So back to what I was saying. So Kwani over there ranting and raving. She's on now. Miss Pizarro's still on, y'all. And I really didn't get a chance to watch too much of Miss Pizarro. Kwani's title is She Want to Be Messy. So when I saw that, I said, let me go back and put Wendy Williams in my title, thinking, no, blessed not fit to be messy. So y'all come on back and watch the replay. Now, but before I go on, let me say this. Word is Jay Wilson was broke. Yeah, guess who said that? Tufu Alley. He got a little video up there. Let me go to it. Jay Wilson is some kind of drive-through or something. Y'all, let me see something. Tufu Alley. You wrong for that. I'm trying to find it, y'all. Let y'all hear it. Tufu Alley. Tufu Alley 2. That's what he is. Okay. Tufu Alley 2. Okay. I want y'all to hear this. Tufu Alley saying Jay Wilson is broke. It's just a little something he got at like that, but I don't see it yet. I just peeked at it. It's just for 54 seconds. That's all it's for, 54 seconds. Tufu Alley got a video called Declined, Do Jesus. Now I'll go play it. Jay Wilson card was declined. Now you see how they clown with that ZT that got clowned when he didn't have what, $20? Okay, I'm gonna play it. It's just a little, it's only 54 seconds. Let me let y'all hear it though. I need to hear because I want to laugh. I'll let y'all hear it. I don't want to do the whole thing. I'll look for the 54-second one. Oh, where are you? Where are you, Tufu Alley? Okay, I can't. Oh, there it is. It says the broke passer Jay Wilson credit card gets declined. Now let me see.
Bitch, you broke, you need the card. Bitch, you wrong. Shut up. Don't talk to me. It's alright. These people, because they're beating themselves up. Excuse me? Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Excuse me? Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Excuse me? Hold on for a minute.
And that's the whole video for the 54 seconds. So that's what took me out. He said Jay Wilson was broke. He didn't have the $5. What was that? $5.95? Let's see what he said again.
Excuse me? Hold on for a
Jay
minute.
Wilson. That's worse than when ZT didn't have $20 at the bank. When he went to the bank window to get $20, everybody clowned him for a long time. $5.95. Excuse me. Hold on. I like that beat though. Go ahead, people. Broke BS.
Excuse me? Hold on for a minute.
Hello for what? So somebody wrote, if your card is declined at McDonald's, you know you shouldn't say another word about anyone else. The next one wrote, he has the nerve to speak on zero tolerance. I just said that. Now that happened, what, 3 years ago with zero tolerance? Ain't nobody forgot. Y'all know don't nobody forget nothing here on the YouTube. Just like ain't nobody gonna forget RICO bring his mother on. I wish he would have never did that. Anyway, next election said, got nervous SF. Don't act like you never swiped your card while silently praying. Mark don't want a coach pocketbody this season, Jay Wilson. A coach pocketbook. Oh, he bought him a coach pocketbook. Lord, do Jesus. He keep getting caught. Won't good God do it? I'm done. What'd he do with all them donations? Miss Cruz, girl, you something else. You even commented on this. I ain't commented on it yet. That's a damn shame when I'm commenting now on live about it. No, not King Weasel. Now, Jay Wilson, this ain't my word. You hear me reading, it's theirs. And there's a lot of laughing emojis. Tragic. Jay Wilson, they ain't gonna let this go. They're not gonna. Miss Cruz, you something else? That 30-second embarrassment would gain him $400 in cash. Yeah, because he's gonna talk about it and make it into a live about how everybody coming at him about him not having the $5.95. You know what I'm saying? Hey, phenomenal. Purple Peach. One more time, bless. Okay, let me do it again. $5.95. Here we go. $5.95.
Excuse me. Hold on for a minute. Excuse me. Hold on for a minute. Hold on.
Now you're very messy, Sir King. What this song is saying, broke BS. BISH. Broke BS. He clowned Deanna for not having a chip on her car, but he can't afford McDonald's. Not my words, but not for yours, but that's what it seems like. Now you know folks gonna run with it. They're not gonna let this go. I kind of want to be finish watching Quantity right now while I'm on here, but I don't do no streaming or nothing, so I'm gonna have to watch it when I get off of here. And let me see who else on there. But that's what Quantity over there doing. Nobody exploited nobody. Now I'm moving on from the Wendy Williams and that. But that is funny though. Yeah, Sir King, sometimes you can be hilarious. Sometimes you really can. You really can. But y'all, so I did a lot of watching and rolling of the ball and stuff like that, to catch up on everything. I watched stuff early this morning, I watched it last night. So I think I started off at Miss Pizarro, but when I got there, I seen Rico's avatar, and I hear this lady talking. I didn't know who it was for a long time. I was just listening. And after probably about 10 minutes of listening, I caught on because she was using the same terminology, the same stuff, the kind of stuff RICO mentioned about being real, but she used old school this and that. And I said, wow, I'm thinking, wow, this lady don't need to be up here talking like that, because actually, everybody was saying they like her, they like your mom, this and that. Like her, why? Because she's telling her business, that she's doing like him, that she went too far. So then the worst one to me, when I was told and text, go over there at Kimmy's, you know what I'm saying, which I didn't go over there, but I said, okay, I'm gonna go watch the replay. Now this is last night I started rolling the ball on that as well. And all I can do was say, wow, I need to pray for this family. I don't have nothing bad to say, y'all. I just feel bad about that. However, it is ammunition. And Spilly Boy came up there just talking, being nice. He asked a question. The lady, before he can even get it out, Rico went off on him. So therefore, of course, he started dragging the hell out of him and his mother. That's going to be ammunition from every time Rico says something. Now, he ain't been bothering me. He ain't been calling me all these old hag bees and all this kind of stuff. So, but I'm going to be straight up, though, when he do. I just throw back what he be putting on him. And I don't really feel like that about his mother. Don't get me wrong. But y'all from the old school or somebody in my generation know that when every man come at a woman called a bitch, first thing they say your mama. Y'all know that, right? So I hope it don't never get there like that. And then again, that's wrong for me to think like that, to tell the truth about it. I might not. I just really feel bad for the lady. I feel bad. People saying like that word generational curse came out. Well, some people call it the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Like he said, the granddad was an alcoholic. The grandma used to drink. His mother carried him at 15 or 14 or 15 or whatever. She's an alcoholic. She's still an alcoholic. And here, if you listen to her, you can see something wrong. But then she finally admitted down the line that she don't do drugs, that she do drink, and she drank some beer, and all that. It was just too much, and I felt bad for her. But for Kwani to be over there saying that people exploited her, that's a grown woman. Nobody exploited her. And according to Rico, when you listen, he said his mother, he didn't bring his mother there. I guess she must be at his house in New York. They didn't really say. She came up there on her own and told all of their business, their family business, the whole 9 yards. Rico, I wish you hadn't did that. I don't know your mother to dislike her. I ain't got nothing bad to say about her. I'm mostly leaning towards your side, really, but I hate that you brought your mother up there because it's ammunition for everybody. It really is. However, I don't think nobody exploited her. If anybody exploited her, I would blame Rico because he brought his mother on there. He said she kept on sitting there talking, but he could have just got off live. He didn't have to watch to YouTube. If he hadn't watched YouTube, and she said she'd be watching sometime, but if she hadn't been watching YouTube, he could have just said, well, we done watching like sometime when he get off, and then go to his channel and do it live with his mashup music. But I'm telling you, it's going to be something. Good morning, Face Yaya. Okay, who else I to speak to? I'm turning around now to speak because I wasn't watching while I was talking. And even let me backstroke back to Jay Wilson. Everybody think different. Like, for example, Brian, he ain't the first gay guy I heard say that they want children. ZT even said that before. And he don't want to marry a man. Brian, he believes in the Bible. He think it's a sin. And he want a wife. So Jay Wilson just said, are you going to get deliverance? Jay Wilson, everybody don't think like this man saying they're gay, but they don't like the fact that they're gay. It's a feeling they can't get over. Then they stay. But I remember my friend that studied Jehovah's Witness. I would sit in on her study sometime and study with them. And they would talk about it too. But they say, you got those feelings, you just don't act on them. That's when the sin comes. Don't act on it. But that's kind of hard for somebody to feel like that, attracted to somebody. Like I'm straight. I felt an attraction to my husband. I act on the feeling before we got married. So that's hard to say. That can go straight or gay. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. I don't know. Now I've always heard the term generational curses, and then a spirit. Okay, then. When he was over there talking about a spirit, Rico was talking about a spirit over there. I think that was on Brianna's. I got the gossiping spirit on me right now. Okay. That's the kind of spirit I have on me right now. I'm gossiping. Okay. So I don't know what he meant by a spirit. Was it a bad spirit, a good spirit? It must be a bad spirit because he's saying he thinks it's a sin and he shouldn't be. See, people know, like Jay Wilson, I think that he's not comfortable with himself. Jay Wilson heard me say this many a times. If you hear about my replay watching, I think you're not comfortable with yourself because you can't even mention that you're gay. Still, you call yourself same gender loving, no, you're gay. That's the same thing. And that's what Timothy Blaine was trying to get him to say when he was on to ask him about when he was sucking this, doing this, how you this and that. And, oh, the veins are popping out his neck. He'll never admit to that. But don't nobody really care what you do in your bedroom. And when Timothy was asking that, not that he really cared, that was just him shading and dragging. They was just going at each other. You know, so it's not that we really care, but more people will recognize or really think that Jay Wilson is not comfortable with himself. I just feel like if Brian feel like that, that's his feeling. That's how he feel. That's what he want to do. That's what he want to do. But Jay Wilson act like he got offended because the man was saying he don't like being gay. You know, he think it's wrong. So he believes in what the Bible taught. He believes it's wrong. And I'm not going to go on into a religious kind of situation, but he believes it's wrong. And he ain't the only one thinking like that, though. Because even Rico's mother said she knows it's wrong. But she got a woman and a man. And she say, even right now, she's been married 20 years. So she also got a woman. Okay? And she say, she described herself. She said she looked like a little bit. She say she looked like, what did she call herself? She's a dickie something. I don't know that word she said. But she said she looked like her son. Now, her son looks feminine. I mean, Rico looks really feminine, especially when he's sitting up crossing his leg, look feminine. So I guess she must look in between, whatever. But like I said, I ain't mad at the lady. I don't want to talk about her really bad, but I do think she shouldn't have came on there because that is ammunition. And he should tell her it's going to be ammunition against him whenever something in here, people going to bring it up. You know what I'm saying? You put it out there, they're going to bring it up. This is what the beef sector does. Now they got some more ammunition. First ammunition was the grandma said it's okay. Everybody on welfare, everybody drink, everybody sell their body. I remember that was said a couple years ago. Which is not true. Everybody don't do that. That's what he did. So I feel sorry for the whole family. I really feel sorry. And that's what they mean by generational curse. The drinking started from the granddaddy and all the way down to him. So I don't know, y'all, but it was so much. Good morning, MasterCard decline. Y'all be grabbing these names fast. Y'all be grabbing this shit fast. I'm telling you, Brit girl, MasterCard declined. I'm hollering. Yes, indeed. Okay, let me start looking. Right, who's sucking dick till the vein pop out their neck? I'm dead. I didn't say that, Ronnie. I said when Timothy Blaine was over there trying to get, when he first came on Jay Wilson panel, and he was talking about he liked sucking Peter, a penis, whatever, a dick, whatever way y'all want to put it in. He liked anal sex. He had plenty of anal sex, you know, front end, top end, blah, 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 blah. Jay Wilson seemed like he was embarrassed of that. You know, they was arguing, his veins were popping out his neck. Jay Wilson ain't gonna never say that. Jay Wilson don't say if he do that or not. What we know if he have any kind of sexual relationship, you know, quite sure he does it like that. You know, that's the way men have sex. But that's what I said. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. It's being without you, least living wrong. I'd rather live wrong doing right. Your friends tell me there's no value in loving the married man. If I can't see you when I want, I'll see you when I can. Couldn't say, I couldn't get it out too good though, Manny. You know my voice always hoarse like this in the morning. I don't want to talk publicly about details of how to do. Nobody does. But I'm just saying, and Tim was saying it as a drag, you know, as you're going in, and of course, ain't nobody can really. Well, I take that back because Rico was telling how he do it, you know. So, but I'm just saying, you're right about that. But Timmy was trying to get him to say, I guess the point was Timmy was trying to get him to say he was gay, and Jay Wilson just wouldn't say it. It's like he was embarrassed of it, in my opinion. In my opinion, Tim must have not heard of the declining car because he hasn't been live yet. So then this declining car just happened though. Okay, bless. Let's walk and sing. I was trying too many. You know, I can't get it out there. My voice messed up in the morning. But yes, it did. Loving you is wrong. Y'all, I don't know. But I just feel like Brian's right. Nobody wrong. People have their own feelings. If that's the way the man feels about his lifestyle, he's not happy with his lifestyle. And I just hope he don't get really depressed about it. Brian, don't get too depressed about it. Just keep praying. And God loves everybody. No matter your lifestyle, he loves everybody. And people say, well, when you do something, just repent, you know, and God forgive you. Yes, he does, but that don't mean do it over and over and over and over again. When you repent, you mean it. Some people think, well, I can do this, I'm just gonna repent. I can do this, never repent. No, it don't work like that either. Okay. Yeah, that's how it is. Everybody tell me to say, loving you is wrong. I don't want to be right. I got it out that time, y'all. I got it out that time. So that was yesterday morning. He's trying to get him some McDonald's. I wonder what to get. $5.49 sounds like a what's that? A sausage McMuffin or something? Jay Wilson. Ooh, child, I'll tell you the truth. But anyway, we're gonna hear about this now for a few days too, because Billy Boy, when he never went out, Rico attacked him first, y'all. Now I'm talking about over there at Kimmy's. I was told to go watch that, and I don't really usually watch that, but it was too much information. It was way more information over there than it was on Pizarro's. She really went in detail over there about her whole life. Y'all, I don't feel like I need to come on here and explain nothing. Now stranger on here. So I don't feel like I don't have the same thought as everybody else. Take your teeth for somebody else. Nobody, I ain't got to tell my teeth to nobody. Let them keep guessing. Look for me like y'all do. A lot of them already got me doxed anyway. So what do you mean? I'm not going to tell nothing. None of their damn business. I don't know. I ain't got to come over here and prove nothing. Nobody. And some people go too far on here telling their business. That's the problem. Okay. Why does anybody need to clock their teeth? So I'm not. So I'm thinking different. A lot of people think that though. Clock your teeth, tell your teeth. Why? Why you got to explain your life to a bunch of strangers? Why? What's the point? I don't care about. I keep telling y'all, old as I am, y'all think I care about being humiliated in front of who? Now, you know what I'm saying? The people that I can get humiliated to in front of, which I probably wouldn't, because they family, they dead and gone anyway. But even if they wasn't, they love me. They understand. There's a bunch of fools over here, you know, and they want to know your business, and they think that you're embarrassed if somebody tell your life. I mean, why would you embarrass about somebody that you ain't seen in your life, ain't gonna never seen? Who cares? And then once that's over with, then what? Then what? You still here living, doing your thing, whatever it is that you do in life. Okay. Okay. I wanted one too many, but I guess what? Let me go up so I can catch some of the comments. Oh, I didn't even have no sip with y'all this morning, huh? Because I wasn't, y'all, I don't know. It's a trip. Sometimes I wake up in the morning thinking, oh, I don't feel like doing this. And I think that sometimes I'll be turned off because sometimes it started feeling like a job. I don't want it to feel like a job. I want it to still feeling like a hobby. And sometimes it can be a paid hobby. Y'all get what I'm saying? And it's usually be the last minute when I decide, okay, I guess I'm going to go live. And that's why y'all, I sometimes wait to the last minute to announce that I'm going live. Okay. It might be menopause, you know what I'm saying? I wake up feeling like that for no reason whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, lipstick out whoever. Yeah, I'm menopausal. You know, that's what us ladies do. Some start in their 40s. Well, mostly people start in their 40s. Every once in a while, you might get somebody start a little earlier, you know, in their 30s or something like that. But I do have coffee. Let me show y'all. I do have a little coffee. See, I got some coffee. It's Pete's Coffee. I had a couple of things of Pete's Coffee. I want to go and finish it off because I forgot I had it. I kept running to the store buying my Folgers when I run out. Manny, I'm good. Sorry, my neck was acting up. I miss them McMuffins. I ain't had one of those and things. Me either. I used to stop and get a sausage McMuffin with cheese on the way to church in the mornings if I was running late, you know, with a cup of orange juice. I used to love the burgers, you know, if I'm really hungry through the day and want to stop quick, I would get me two of the double cheese because the buns be nice and so it'd be good. Now, I ain't had one maybe 3 years or so because I start thinking, I don't want no more of that fake meat. That ain't all ground beef. I don't know what they got mixed with that. So I don't go to McDonald's. I don't. If I go out and eat a hamburger, I want a real one. I go to Red Robin. or something like that. Now the hamburger meals might start at 16 and butter, got any all kind of hamburger, choppers, anything you think of. I'd rather when y'all see me out, just go ahead and pay me $17.99 for a hamburger then. You know what I'm saying? Some places all you can eat fries, but I don't just take a little. The burgers be real beef. You know what I'm saying? Then they got this place out here, and y'all probably got one somewhere called In-N-Out Burger. And the line would always be wrapped around the corner. I never knew why. And when I finally went in there, because it's real meat, but it's cheap. You can get, I think it's $8.64, $8.74 for a double burger, French fries, and soda. I said, oh, that's why people be stopping in, but it's good. Don't get me wrong. I don't want no dollar Burger King and no dollar McDonald's. That ain't no real meat, y'all. That's why it's so cheap. Y'all better leave that stuff alone. What made her go in there and tell all the business? That was it. Meow, meow. That's what I'm saying. It was sad. It is sad. And like I said, Billy Boy, when it went off like that, you know what I'm saying? Rico, you attacked him first. You really did. You don't have no reason to be on here attacking nobody. And the thing she was saying about Kiki being closet, because she started saying, you could tell she got all that from Rico, but at the same time, she said that she watches sometime. Okay? So everything that he be saying on here, she be saying that's where he got it from. And then they throw God in there. God like this, God loving, God this and that. That's where you get all that from. You can call it January code, what curse or whatever, or you can say the apple don't fall too far from the tree, whatever you want to call it, because that's what exactly. And everybody said, now I see why he got them. They use the same terminology on everything. Some children were traumatized and their choices were taken away from them. That's why some are confused about the sexuality. You know, the fact that he was saying something about knew about sex and all that at 6, I too believe that he saw something, heard something happened. And then we find out the one he was in the closet with that was 10 years old was handicapped. He said he was talking like it was okay because he said, well, they blood related. It's a stepsister. It was blood. That didn't make it okay because when you raised that with somebody like a sister, brother, they're your sister or your brother. That's what he said. We didn't know that the child was handicapped, and it wasn't a big deal to him. But she said she didn't know about that one. Then he says in the back, she said, oh yeah, I remember you telling me that. You know, y'all, it was just sad. It was. Good morning, you got to chill. Man, mom was, what you say? I knew his mom was going to be disrespected because she was on the wrong part of social media. Yeah. People tell too. Yeah, that was too much, y'all. That was too much. That was embarrassing. That was sad. Now y'all see we need to pray for that family. I don't have nothing embarrassing. There's actually women who are in the life and would marry him and also doesn't want to. Oh yeah, because she said that she even went with a bisexual man and she knew it. She understood because she in that life too. She go both ways, like she got a man and a woman. But because at first, before she said she had a woman, she was saying she's married for 20 years. And I'm thinking, how you, okay, but then you come back and say you're a woman. So y'all been having this open relationship. Where is he at while you drunk all your life? He must be a drunk too. I mean, I'm just guessing. If he is, that's them. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. It's just a weird, sad situation all the way around. And who turned her out? And who turned out? Well, I ain't actually turned out the liquor. They both said the granddaddy was drunk like a fish too as well. So I don't think I could have taken my mom being disrespected. You know what? But you know what? We can't really say that. Because the thing she was saying, if you listen to all of it, she was disrespecting herself though. Does anybody agree with me? Yeah, Folgers is my favorite, but I will buy you, man. MJB if it's on sale. McDonald's is needed. McDonald's, we don't know what to mix it. I can't say that, son, and jump on my brother because I thought he was being disrespectful to my mom, but he was playing, so he claimed I don't play with him. No, don't. You know, I grew up, we couldn't even play fight with our aunties, play fight with our parents, definitely not. Because if you get away with playing, we don't know when you want to be serious. Nope, not playing with me like that. You're just not going to do that. So I agree with you right there, Manny. We won't put your mother not a toy, and she's not a child, and she ain't got time to be playing with you, and I'm not a toy, a child. I didn't have time to be playing with all that I was, meaning my sons and my nieces and stuff. No. No way. She's living with Rico now. She says she at his house. Oh, that's what. Okay, because I was right there. Lady, I know that's right, but I would never allow my mom to come on it. Exactly. Because the things her mother was saying, it was worse than the way that he talks. That's, exactly. So it's like, well, y'all heard, I don't know if I can say street person or whatever, but she's out there. She's out there. Look at Dr. Clark, and he's still confused. Yeah, but he's supposed to have deliverance, and he don't act on the feeling. He got a wife and kids. I don't know. But now, the only one that said, I'm delivered now. I'm not gay no more. Yeah, right. We know he's still acting on his feelings too. Okay, what is that called? The Caldwell, what is his name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The one, I'm delivered. I'm delivered. Yeah, okay. He always was being neglected, that those children had time to do that alone. I don't know, but he saw something. Something happened. Stacy Robinson, good morning. To me, I was sad because it seems as though she had a rough life. She did. She did. And I feel like wasn't nobody there for her either. They're going to say, he's going to say, oh, my grandmama did, he's going to say that, but don't sound like it. You told the baby around at 15. Well, she said she had him, wait a minute, she's 48. He's 32, but he would be 33. She said in March. Okay, so let's add that up. She 14 and a half years older than him. She must have birthed him at 15. No, well, she's 48 right now, and he's 32. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the way she talked, she's 48. She talked like her son. Neither one of them to me, He gonna get mad if you hear me saying it, but I don't care, because that's what it seems like. And you brought out here, neither one of y'all had guidance. You're in a closet with a handicap and you think it's okay because they're not blood related. At 6, you having sex. You got your first blowjob at 14. Girl, they told it all. But Rico always did tell you. But I just really hate that people gonna be talking about that mother. Yeah, Carl Wells a mess. He said, I'm delivered. I'm not gay no more. I'm not gay no more. Please like, share, subscribe. He was raised in confusion. She act hard and honest and pretends people opinions don't bother. Oh, it does. Yeah. She even at one point called him the F word. And then the next few minutes, she didn't remember that people was telling her, because she said that she don't want to be labeled, as bisexual, whatever she just heard. They was bringing it to her attention that you just called your son the F word. She said, I did when he was younger. They say, no, you just did it. But if you was doing it when he was younger, that was even worse, to be calling your 6, 7, 8-year-old child a bunch of F's like that. Oh, yeah, she was confused. And people going to straight up thinking I'm talking about her, but I know I'm saying what went on. That handicapped child was a step. Yeah. But he said, like it wasn't a big deal. He said, and we was in the closet and we wasn't blood related. That was my stepsister. And to me, he sounded like that made it okay. It didn't make it okay, especially when we found out that she was a handicap. You actually had sex with a handicap. Now, he had been telling us this story all along, all this business all along, about his grandmama says it's okay to sell your body, everybody drink, everybody on welfare. He'd been telling us that for years, okay? But last night, when I was rolling the ball back or early morning, whatever it was, I had never heard that she was handicapped. I never heard that. Yep, that's the one that passed on. I don't know. They must have been, you're right, close in age. They didn't refer to each other as to who. Lord, y'all just pray for that family. She remembered she just didn't want to dress it. Oh, you think she remembered? Yeah, because she was saying she didn't say it. When she was saying she accepted him, when she first knew that he was going to be gay, he was a gay little boy. He said, no, you didn't. You call me F all you always call me you F, you did, you that. He said, no, you didn't. You always did call me that. She said, but now I was young then. I don't call you that no more. And everybody said, you just called them that. Yeah, and you know what, the bushes though, and even though we will, because I might say something, then I might not say something. Somebody say something about my son because my sons don't want to be on here. They're not interested in this anyway. This they don't do no beefing. No, they're not gonna come on here anyway. But if they did, I don't know how far I would go with strangers saying something that don't know them. That's just like my husband. Don't nobody know my husband. But who was that man up there lie about he in a wheelchair and all this old kind of stuff? But clearly I showed him one time we was at the shop. We all eating all the time. So I guess I must take a few bites, stop, throw them on the table and change the diaper and get back into position again to start eating again. Just some stupid stuff, okay? She did meow, but she didn't remember. Hi, on-site girl. And I was in your bushes was that a few days ago, but I didn't get a chance to stay long. Then when I got there, you got off and went over to Miss Pizarro's. I was trying to sneak a peek while I was busy. But you know, I've been enjoying you on these panels though. On-site, you get up there and you give your opinion. You know what I'm saying? You always have a great opinion. You really do. You know, so a lot been going on as far as that. See, y'all, usually when I come on a Monday, I don't be knowing too much, but like I said, I was busy rolling that ball back. I said, well, let me go ahead in. They said, go look over here at Kippy. What do they call it? Jiffy Neck or whatever. Kimmy, y'all know. And live was 5 hours though. So I was rolling the ball because y'all know I had time to be watching nothing for 5 hours. I refuse to sit on the YouTube. That's like sitting at a job. I can't sit there and watch YouTube all 24/7 like that. For real, for real. Kudos to y'all that have the free time to do it, but I don't. So anyway, I rolled. I kept rolling. I rolled to spill. I rolled to this. 5 hours. So I probably missed a lot too up in twist all that, not in between. Twist all that. I missed a lot. Oh, that's what that was. Okay. You was at my fish fry and chibless in my community. Okay, yeah. No, but you was, oh, that's what that live was because I got there late. But yeah, I will always come in when I go watch a replay. Yeah, yeah, because I don't know. I used to come on Saturdays, but when my grandbaby started having the soccer games on Saturdays, I never wanted to miss that. So that came first. The YouTube can wait, then I don't need to come on here every single day. I mean, I ain't getting all that money like that. You know what I'm saying? I won't do all those hours. Yeah, I haven't got time for all that. I got life. I can't do it. Now, sometimes I'll be wanting the whole free day where I can just catch up on everything, and I'll do that. But I just start getting tired. If after 3 or 4 hours, I just, like, even when I'm on here, sometimes I start getting tired. It's about an hour and a half. I don't be meaning to go that long, but then if I got interaction, I will go that long. But I start getting tired. I'll be saying, tired of talking, tired. And I said, okay, it's time to go. After a couple of hours, I broke my record, a couple of weeks ago. Did I? Stayed on almost 3 hours. And that's because everybody kept coming up. And when you got somebody interacting with you, try to interact back, especially somebody that you know see all the time, they want to come up and say something. Like right now, I went over my time talking. I ain't even dropped my link, but I am. If anybody want to speak on some of this, see, once I get on the road, that's what be happening. I be forgetting to drop my link after 30 minutes. I've always did it like that since I've been doing it live. I'll talk for 30 minutes, drop my link, talk 30 minutes, I'm gone. Oh, Lord, I didn't realize I've been talking this long. I've been talking 53 minutes. I was going to stay on here for a little while and go finish watching Quani, but they still going to be on. You're welcome, Manny. I don't, and I don't feel right sometimes. And thank you for the super chat. I don't even feel right, y'all, when I don't come on, because I be knowing I have at least 20 people be waiting on me. You know what I'm saying? I really feel that way. I got supporters, that want to come watch me, even though some of them don't want to get on the panel, but they're in the bushes. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I got a phone number. But if anybody interested in talking about Kevin Hunter, they can come up. Anybody want to discuss what I'm talking about, what happened? Because I don't know if Jay Wilson, I just don't understand why he got so upset because Brian told his feelings how he don't want to be gay. And that ain't no, what you call it? I don't know how to put it. But to Brian, that's not the life he wants. Kids, some grandkids. Everybody, you can tell, you know, you can feel the room. You can just, you know, how you can just read between the lines and stuff. And I think somebody finally said, and I want to ask y'all this question too. If they take their medicine right and they say they're undetectable, so that means babies won't be born with the letters no more like they used to be. You know, I'm ignorant to that. You know what I'm saying? You know, because you can always, they got, you know, this is new generation, new time. And, you know, the technology, anybody can have a baby. Just go get your sperm and mix it with an egg. They got an egg bank and have a baby. It's still to be yours biological. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you look beautiful, girl. You want to turn your thing off? Go ahead. But you look pretty anyway. You be looking pretty though, girl. You really do. And I just love your gap. I used to have one when I was growing up. But somewhere in my life, and I can't remember it closed on me, that is pretty. You got a pretty smile. You really do. You truly do.
Hey, Auntie, thank you. Is my sound okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I just want to make sure I'm not echoing.
No, you're not echoing. But you
okay,
look
well,
good.
first of
You really do.
Thank you, Auntie.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. First of all, I'm gonna do a video on my channel too, but if anybody see Jesus take the wheel, tell her I owe her an apology. I'm gonna do it on my live too. I didn't do a video on her. I included her in my fish fry video because of something I saw, and I guess it was a troll was saying to me, and like she explained when I went back and watched this morning, that same troll was lying. So I am big enough a woman to admit when I'm wrong. So if anybody see Jesus take the wheel, tell her I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do a video anyway. But as far as the what you call it, I don't know. I believe once something in your blood, it's in your blood.
Right.
Hey, I'm just saying, you can't take nothing out your blood. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. And some people call it generational curse. Some people say apple fall from the tree. Some people would say it's in your genes. Like I think I even heard Olivia, and I believe in it too, because I kind of peeked at her too. That if you know that running your family, alcoholism running your family, and you know of it and seen it, be careful when you drink, because like you said, it's in the blood, but some people don't think like that. But I agree with that too. It runs to the family. It can be in your genes. And I guess that's what a generational curse, because I've always heard that too. Sometimes we say, oh, generational curse is just going through the family. That's what it means. And according to them, they say the grandbaby drunk like a fish too, you know, the grandmother, and they believe in it's okay to sell your body. They believe in it's okay to be on welfare. They really believe in if you're 32, you're a man. Because she said he's 32 and she's 48. What age got to do with it? I'm used to my sons working at 16. You know what I'm saying? So they believe in all that. And they believe with everybody been on welfare, everybody sell their body, everybody drink. That's not true. I ain't never seen my parents be drunk. That's not true.
Well, thank you, Miss Queen. Thank you, Miss Wright. Thank you, Miss Jean. But you know, just because your family member or your parents did it, it's a lot of things that my mom did or how my mom act made me never want to act that way or never want to be that way. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about my mom and dad wasn't no criminals. My mom and dad ain't never went to jail. That was my choice. But I was talking about the 3 letters, Auntie, when you was talking about the prep.
Okay, yeah.
Once something in your bloodstream, it cannot be removed. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so you asking that question for me then, because I'm wondering when you want a baby, I mean, the sperm count, this and that. I was wondering about that. I'm glad you answered me that. So it's a possibility that it can be transferred, huh? Wow.
That's how I feel, you know what I'm saying? It's something in your blood, it's in your blood. But even if you do have the letters and you have a baby, Auntie, they can give you a C-section. And sometimes it will be passed to the baby, sometimes it won't. Because I know my cousin, I think she had herpes, and They gave her a C-section and the baby didn't have it. But herpes is different. Herpes, I think you can catch that only with outbreaks. When it's in your blood, Auntie, it's in your blood. Now
But
you
see,
may take something that can hide your T cell count or make your T cell count look like something that's not. But if it's in your blood, it's in your blood.
well, see, I don't understand it. This part of it too. Then, if that's the case, when we carrying our children, you know, when we feeding them, all the nutrients coming from us to them, and our blood, you know, is still flowing through them. So that's why you remember when it first came out, people were dying like flies. The babies were being born with, you know, like that. And
But that was that medication. That was that what it was. ZT, was it ZHZT or whatever it was? That medication I think was progressing that disease. AZT, I think that AZT was progressing that disease because everybody was taking it and they were passing away. Hey Rodney, hey Snooky Bookie. So
wow.
I don't know.
Okay, because I sure went up on another thing. But what I was saying before that, do you think that that's true also? You know, if you know you got alcoholics, because let me say this. A lot of people, if they see their parents going through drugs and like that, they don't want to take that route. So you don't necessarily have to take the route and say, you don't have to do that. You don't got to be a dope fiend or an alcoholic. You can look at your parents and say, I don't want to do that. A lot of people, I know a lot of people in church didn't come for good stock. They just didn't want to go that way. You know what I'm saying? If they wanted to give their kids a better life, you know, and that's how they went. But look at what Phenomenal said. She said, bless, I tried to make my parents happy by trying not to be a lesbian, wearing dresses and all. I was so depressed, I had to live my truth. It's something I could not deny. I mean, so Phenomenal. And do you agree that you feel like that at 3, 4, 5, and 6, the way some people be saying that? Can you really be born with that? I don't understand, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Auntie, y'all want the link, Auntie.
okay. Do
Well,
you think?
I'm sorry you went through that phenomenal. I'm the type of auntie, baby. It's in my family. And I love my nieces and nephews. It's in my family. You know what I'm saying? I just don't be out there acting a fool and giving yourselves a bad name. That's all I ask them. You know what I'm saying? Because I do believe that it's a difference in a homosexual.
If I fall off, keep
uh,
talking.
uh, uh,
I'm having a hard time dropping this link. If I fall off, just keep talking.
okay, I do believe that it's a difference between a homosexual, a punk, and an F word. I do believe it's a difference in a lesbian, a bulldagger, and a dyke. It's the way they carry themselves. To me, homosexual are two good-looking men that love each other. Lesbians are two beautiful women that love each other. You know, then you got the rowdies, then you got the ones with the strap-ons. You know what I'm saying? I love them. I don't care what they do. Just don't embarrass yourself. Let me give you an example. My niece been lying to these girls all her life. She tell them that her god brother, that her sugar daddy, he been a sugar daddy since high school, is her god brother, and she been sleeping with him the whole time. But she live her life as saying she's lesbian. But you pop over to my house pregnant with milk in your breast and your shorts hanging. I kicked her dead in her ass. Get off my porch until you can come back with some sense. How the hell you stand up here with your pants sagging and boxers on, but your titties full of milk and your stomach big? Get the hell off my goddamn porch until you can come to your senses. That's the way I feel. She went to the car. She pulled her shorts up, you know, and she came back up there looking decent. It don't take all that. That's all I'm saying. To each his own. I still love them. I don't care. I love them. I don't know about the being born. I'm not going to get into that, Auntie. I don't know. But either way, I love them for the person they are.
I heard that. Say something.
I said something. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. No, April was talking. I hear you now. Okay.
I'm sorry. Hey, y'all.
Hey, good morning, everyone. everyone's. I mean, good afternoon. It's 12:05. I had just came up because I wanted to say something about when you were talking about the children with AIDS, born with parents with AIDS. My little cousin, his mother had AIDS when she had AIDS. She wasn't. I guess it was full blown because she died not
Full
long ago.
blown.
But Rhonda had him when Kwame was born. He carried her. He had the AIDS straight, but I think he was about 8 or 9 months when he came back clear of her. He never had it.
See?
He carried
See, and some
it.
babies are born with it, and some babies can be born and they don't even have it.
Now, and
You know,
Kwame
so
is now 30. If my son 37, he's 36 now. So he's fine. Never had a problem. Anything.
but do you believe y'all in the 80s when it first hit the scene that AZT drug was like progressing it?
It really wasn't progressive. It was a learning experience because this was a new disease that no one knew about. My cousin, when she caught the virus, she was in California, and the doctor didn't know what to do with her, so they were just like treating them like gerbils. And the AZT at the beginning was the only thing, was kind of like progressing them. But if you notice, people that was taking the AZT, their skin was very dark, it was very dull, their hair thin, their fingernails.
It was burning their skin. It would burn their skin, and
they look like death. Thankfully, they've come a long way. Because I used to do volunteer work at DC General Hospital, where they had a ward for nothing but babies that were born with AIDS, and we would go there just to like rock them, feed them, so that they can have some contact. Because most times, exactly all of the babies that were in there, their parents just left them. Nobody came to visit them. It was just a ward full of babies with AIDS.
People
well,
was
I did my
afraid.
internship. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Auntie.
No, I was just saying. Go ahead. Cause I was just saying people was afraid back then. Because let me say this, because this story, it's a true story. Everybody was ignorant to the fact. Didn't nobody understand that at all. We know people were dropping like flies. Okay, so it was a police officer stopping somebody and writing them a ticket. Back then, people would say, "Well, I got the AIDS." I know a police had the pen and the pad and the pen to the person, got back in their car and took off. That's how ignorant they was. They thought to the touch, you know, the guy got away with his shoplifting, you know, and all like that, and they jumped back in the car. But go ahead, wasn't that important? I was just telling you we were ignorant to that back then. They was in the guinea pig stage.
Even my aunt, it was her own child, and I mean, she made it at one point. They were so ignorant about it that they would. She washed dishes and bleach. She only had a specific fork, spoon, plate that one cousin could use. It was real bad.
We were so ignorant. We were so ignorant back then. You can't hold hands. You can't get a hug. But like I was going to say, I did my internship on the baby floor with the babies that were addicted to drugs. That was sad. And I mean, I got so addicted to them babies, I kept rocking them and picking them up, and you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to let them go through the withdrawals. But man, that was sad.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And my brother died from AIDS, so I saw it from beginning to end. And I don't like using that as a roast or a gag, but if you have that and you made it public and then you trying to drag me, I'm gonna drag you with the facts of your life. I don't like doing that because my brother passed away with AIDS. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish that on fish. But if you're gonna try to drag me and you've made it public that you are, then I'm gonna drag you with the facts of your life. But I hate it. But don't come for me if I ain't sent for you.
And that's why I say don't put stuff out there. That, for the perfect example of just what went on RICO. Why have your mother put all that out there? You know they're gonna drag you with that. Don't come over here telling all of your business. You know, so of course, if I'm calling a bunch of people, then I'm going to use what I got too that I've heard on here. I mean, that's just the way we do it over here. But we were ignorant to the fact of touch. You know, I don't want to touch nothing that nobody touch. So, and I'm glad everybody's educated now. It's not to touch. I'm glad technology came a long way. You can have something and still live or whatever. Because y'all was describing that first in medicine, people was looking dark like that. You know, it's like it did make them look sickly. They started looking like old people, and you didn't want to sit down where they sat down there. You want to do nothing. And then they were saying it was from gay people and drug users. Then we find out that it's not, and you can get it going through surgery. You know, anything. Doctors was getting it in-house surgery.
It's already in the blood. You can get it with the people were getting it through transfusions.
Right, right.
It's a blood-based disease, so I don't want
needles. Drug
that's
needles.
That's still blood-based because when you shoot up,
you
pull the blood out and then you put it back in with the drugs.
I took care of my brother to the end. I kissed my brother, hugged my brother. He messed. I cleaned it up, had my gloves and my mask on. But baby, I laid in the bed with my brother and all. I took care of my brother to the end. I didn't give a damn about what, none of that.
Because by that time you was educated anyway, that you couldn't catch it because you
right.
Look like the system and stuff
anyway.
Right.
But even when my cousin, it was like the young
police officer I just told you about got fired too. But he was afraid. He handed the pad that they write the ticket on. But it was a little misdemeanor thing, ticket that and everybody see a hand in the pad. And right up in the newspaper in a little town that I'm from. He just handed back and got his car and left. See, that's how ignorant we were. We don't want to touch nothing. You know, that's just the way it was.
Right.
This day, everything.
Right.
But what I can say with my cousin Rhonda, and this was back in the 80s, our generation, the older generation was really, really scared. They didn't want to learn, but the rest of the younger generations, we heard Rhonda. Towards the end, we had to carry her up and down the stairs because she was only like 65 pounds. But we had right before she died, the day before, the weekend that she died, we had a family reunion. We moved it to DC to my uncle's house around the corner from my house, so that everybody could come and see her. And I remember carrying her down the stairs and putting her on the sofa so she could be with everybody instead of being upstairs in the bedroom. And then that Monday she died. Everybody left Sunday, and that Monday she died, and they all had to come back.
Wow.
Right. You see what LSA boss said about Timothy Fake?
He was very lucky.
But
my cousin, she lived a long time.
A walking testimony.
He is. But remember, how long has it been that Magic Johnson been diagnosed?
The 80s.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because he got it too in the first batch of people back then that first came out. What did he go to Honduras and stayed over there? 2 or 3 years, came back. He was okay, but he had money to go there. So that goes to show that there was something.
I thought he was Dr. Sebi.
I was going to say they said Dr. Sebi. I was going to say they said Dr. Sebi helped him.
Yeah, that's what they said. But he had the money to go over there and do that. And back then, he was the only one that stayed help. He's still living right now.
The only one, Hadia. Y'all forgetting about Hadia, the little girl that was born with AIDS?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about her.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about her.
Yeah. But he went on to have a family and everything. Nothing wrong with his children. But yeah, I forgot about the little girl, though, Face. Yeah, I did. Because it was a big story with Magic, for real, playing ball and stuff.
And they said Magic wife didn't have it.
No,
exactly. It's transferred by blood. I just don't see why people don't get that. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people now today that have had children that had HIV, not necessarily AIDS, but they had HIV. They have babies, got married. The partner doesn't have it. It's a lot. It's a big thing.
Yeah, but that it was passed on through sex because how some you might how could I say it? I said, April, I don't want to sound gross.
Still has to be blood. It has to be
blood. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, you can get it through sex. And that's why they were saying mostly gay guys got it, because they break their skin trying to go into the anal cavity, whatever. I don't know. I'm trying without being gross, but that's what they were saying.
Auntie blessed females take it in the rump too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, some
So
do. I wouldn't,
child,
but some do.
please.
No. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, imagine had money to take people that miscured. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And the people that's dying from it these days, what they don't get on their medication. Sometimes I wonder about that because it's been years now. Look like everybody.
I mean, it was Dr. He went to Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi had a clinic for anybody could come. Then it did cost because you were over there in
A
her
lot
room.
of stars. Yeah. A lot of them went.
Exactly. It's
No,
a
but
lot
when
of,
I
and
see
not
the
even
people
just
that,
stars, just regular people. The doctor that my pain management doctor was over there with Dr. Sebi. She was one of his
The
I met
brat
the
went.
intern over there.
Not the brat. I forgot that little girl. Not the brat. The one that passed away. Left eye. I think she
oh,
went.
wait a minute, that's our left eye pass. I never knew that.
No,
What you
no,
talking
no,
about?
no, 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 no.
Oh, okay, okay,
But she
okay.
went over there for
Uh-huh.
some of his medication for I don't know what, but she was over there. But
Oh,
no, that ain't
okay.
how she passed.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, but I was really asking the people that right now to this day that's dying of full-blown AIDS. I was wondering what they got to start getting the treatment too late or didn't go get the treatment, whatever. Because nowadays people, go get on the treatment and they're healthy and they live a long life like people that don't have it is what I said was asking. I wonder why is that like that?
Stacy, he
Yes.
charged.
Well,
He charged. You had to. It was thousands to go over there, but he did charge. It may have
No, I'm
said
talking
a
about now, not
donation.
with Dr. Sebi. Not with Dr.
No, I'm
Sebi. I'm
talking.
talking
I was
about
asking
nowadays.
Stacy. He said he didn't charge, but he did charge.
Yeah, he charged, but I'm talking about nowadays. Why would people still have full blown when there's a treatment for them not to get it? Is what I'm saying. Because still people dying.
it's not. I don't know if it's not for them to get it. The only way not to get it is either have no sex at all. But I just think it depends on your health. If you're a very healthy person, if you take your medications like you're supposed to, and then again, I've seen people take their medications and be healthy and they pass too. Until
Mm.
it's just, I don't know,
Okay.
I
I don't
feel
know.
like, honestly, there's been a cure for everything that we have because most of this shit is man-made. I don't care what nobody say. There's a big,
Exactly.
it's just a big profit. It's business. Us being sick is
Exactly.
business.
Exactly. I understand.
Exactly.
Denial and then getting tested. Okay, I see now. Well, I want to get some of Dr. CB medicine just for some regular vitamins and stuff. But somebody told me you got to be careful because what is it his wife? She got
It's
the
the
rich
His
second wife.
son.
No, it's the
His
son.
second
son.
wife. It's the second wife who works with the son. The second wife, the
Yeah.
first wife is the one that helped him build up all of this stuff. You have to go through the first wife, not the second wife.
I guess that would be hard. I'm quite sure it's a lot
That
of
man, that man gone. I ain't messing with nothing.
yeah, a
That
lot
man
of
is gone. I don't
complications.
trust nobody. And they said all that voodoo about sea moss. Now you don't hear nobody talking about sea moss. And all of a sudden it was sea moss this and sea moss that. And for the
Simone
lip
is
dick,
actually
excuse
really
me,
good.
auntie, for the lip peen niggas, sea moss got the peen up. Now you don't hear
Oh,
nothing about sea moss.
well, that's all I took my home my pain management doctor when I had the breakout from lupus. It's called a butterfly on my face. And the sea
Mm.
moss was the only thing that cleared it up because the doctors were saying that I just had to let it run its course. But my little
What's up,
cousin,
bro?
she has lupus also, and I was taking sea moss, she wasn't. She had it before I did, and she also had it after I did. But the sea
All right,
moss
thank
really
you.
did, I believe, helped me.
Phenomenal Scorpio voodoo game is where you get sea moss. I also asked that question too. Where you get sea moss?
Most natural stores, but
Herbal store.
right, natural stores will have real sea moss there for you, and all I took was like a tablespoon, no, 3 tablespoons a day.
Oh, okay. And it works for everything?
Yes,
helps
ma'am.
with
Well,
a lot.
Auntie and y'all, thank you for having me, but I'm gonna get down because I'm finna drive through this neighborhood and I don't want to interrupt your commentary. But I'm gonna be in
Okay.
the chat. I'm gonna be listening.
All right. Thanks for coming up, outside. And well, girl,
All right,
and I know
love
you're
y'all.
coming live. I'll just look for you.
Okay.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Love you too, April. So yeah, but sea moss is good for a lot of things.
Wow. Yeah, because I take vitamins. I just want some good vitamins, but it will be hard to find that first wife. I'm quite sure there's, a hell of a lot of copycats. So I'm kind of like, hey, I guess I would have to be careful what I buy. I'm quite sure a lot of people scamming. Also, most people would say that they're clean because they go to their doctors and get blood work, but only active HIV test is when you're tested for that disease. Okay.
But see, that's not really true because when my lupus first started up and they didn't know what was wrong with me, I had lost like it was 32 pounds in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, something like that. And I had
Mm.
rapid weight loss. It was just really bad. And it was they tested me for HIV. And
Mhm.
they tested me for everything because they had no cure. If they really didn't know what was going on with me. So
Right.
they usually, if they don't have any idea what's going on, the lupus test was actually the last test that they did.
So because they didn't think lupus, and see, this is probably gonna sound very ignorant of me because I am. I don't know the disease. I just know you and Lady Nika have it. But how long they been looking for a cure for this? I mean, it's been cures for everything but lupus, or that's something like herpes is something that they can't find a cure for, but they can control it. See, I'm really ignorant to that. So, but I
They
hear
really
y'all
can't
speak on
control it.
it.
Mine isn't just lupus. I have misconnective tissue disorder, which is a combination of lupus, scleroderma, Raynaud's, and arthritis. So I have all of it's all autoimmune.
Oh, okay. Because I hear y'all speaking of it. I knew a young lady had it. She's still living, but I don't remember her getting extremely sick. And she grew up with my kids. And shoot, Tracy got to be
Lungs, not
69
my actual lungs, but it
by
just
now.
picks and chooses. It's almost like MS.
It's kind of like MS.
Yeah, it just picks and chooses what it wants to attack.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I hear y'all speaking on it, but no, of course I don't know all about it. But I'll
Ronnie,
be
that's not
interested.
true either. It's not supposed to be hereditary, but my older sister died from scleroderma. My older sister living now has misconnective tissue disorder. My oldest nephew has misconnective tissue disorder. Um, they say it's not hereditary, but I find that I believe, like on my father's side, my mother's side, most of us have lupus. My father's side, most of them have sarcoidosis. So I really believe it's something that they both are hereditary. And
Okay. So, because a lot of things are hereditary, heart
yeah,
disease, blood
but
pressure, and all
they
like this,
keep saying that
but they have
lupus is
stuff
not.
that can really control it. And listen to y'all don't sound like it's really something really, really can control it because like you get different illnesses or something at different times. You know what I'm saying? I be listening to you and Lady Nika real hard, but at the same time, there's a lot of it I still don't understand. And just like back in the day, they had immunization for measles, mumps, rubella, and all this. I'm quite sure lupus was probably around back then, but they just can't find a cure for it. But they have a treatment y'all go to once a month, right? That's about it, right?
If you have a treatment, I take azathioprine. I'm not going to tell you all the medications I take, but I take for my lupus alone a day, I take 12 pills.
Oh, wow. Okay. Mm. Manny said, my first experience with YouTube, I used to follow a young lady with lupus that recorded her journey shortly after she passed away, which was sad, such a bright. And I was just going to say that to face Manny. She don't want to pay, but she did. She can do a daily blog about lupus, how she doing, this and that, what she going through. That would be interesting for people that want to know about it, and people that have it can go, probably can tell them something they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Lady Nika talks about it sometime, but But you know, that would be, you know, that would be something your page can blog on every day. But I understand you don't gotta be no mess. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, like, you hear me and I don't have it, but I'm interested in understanding it more because me knowing y'all on here, I'm trying to understand it even more. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
that would
lot
be
of people on here
cool.
that have lupus in the beef sector. Um, it's quite a few actually.
Okay. Well, look at those who have sickle cell anemia. They battle the same transgression. Oh, really? Now, because sickle cell is another one. Now, one of my husband's niece, she was born with sickle cell. What was it? Yeah, sickle cell. And when she was a little girl, her mother didn't know at the time. So one time we stopped by there because she was upset. She called. Her baby fingers were big for some reason, some kind of reaction she had, like a grown folks finger. That's how much it was swollen up. Then anyway, they gave her all kind of tests, and that's when they found out she had the sickle cell. And all through her life, off and on, she had blood transfusions. She always would have a relapse or something. And then as she got old enough, you know, her mother was signed for to go to the hospital. She felt like, because she could tell when the reaction coming on. Now she's grown in her early 40s. She put herself in and out the hospital when she know that she's sick and blah, blah, and all like that. But she went through that all her life. So I was just wondering, if that equal to lupus. I mean, you guys got to.
No, sickle
Well, I know
cell
you
is
take the
actually when the
treatment.
cell sickles and they can't get the. I know. I don't know a whole lot about it. My cousin, he passed from sickle cell. Um, but I don't know. I remember when the cell sickle the blood cells in his eye behind his eye sickled. He ended up losing an eye. I mean, I have two cousins living now that have it, but they go in and out the hospital, and I mean, it's just I'm really not sure exactly, but I do know they told me that the actual cell sickles, and I want to say it doesn't get the oxygen, or it can't go through, but I'm not really sure, so I don't want to give out bad information.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So, Miss Cruiser, so your uncle evidently listen, this is how we knew my uncle had HIV in the late 80s because he wouldn't allow us to hug him. So he was at the mindset too, like we were all that we thought of the touch, we can catch it or something like that. And he would let us drink out certain things. Because my sister-in-law, somebody wanted some water, you know, something, and she felt like they said they had it. She let them keep the glass and all. That's how ignorant we was, I'm telling you. So he thought he was protecting y'all from a hug. So he was still the mindset at the time that you can't get it by touch. That's what it sounded like. Oh, okay.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you, Voodoo, because I knew it was something about the cell sickles, but I couldn't remember exactly what he told me.
wow. Well, I know y'all go through a lot. You know, I always keep y'all in prayer, but you know, I know y'all go through a lot. You know what I'm saying? But we still educating ourselves on stuff that, you know, just like even on here with the gay community, I've been very educated more than what I've known, say 5 years ago and all like that. And like I said, I have that in my family. You know, bisexual or gay or whatever the ladies are, whatever. And this helped me to educate. However, did nobody care about that or what they did in the bedroom? We just love them for who they are anyway. That's how it's supposed to be. You know, just like me, nobody asks me what me and my husband do. Same way, you know, if there's a gay couple, or should I say same gender loving, you know, like that. So I got to educate, and I'm getting on the lupus, the gay community, and what else we be talking about a lot over here that a lot of us probably didn't know about for real in detail, you know, because I used to be ignorant to some of the things that goes on with the community for real. Now I used to be ignorant to, I thought a gay person was a gay person, but no, then you got the lesbians, then you got the butch that don't want to be touched. You want to do all the touching, you know. It's just so many different kinds. You know what I'm saying? So like you just
Don't forget
explained,
the pillow
everybody
princess.
have different
You got
lupus.
pillow
So
princesses that are only like the lady. You got so many different ones. There's lipstick lesbians. It's all kinds.
right. So that, and it's all kind of levels of the lupus too. So I'm getting educated. He had himself, he died in his 90s. Okay. He didn't want us infected. Okay. Generational curse is the same as behavior learned from your family. Yeah, I am here for the show. That's what I'm saying. People can call generational curse all kind of stuff. So people will call if alcoholism running your family from your great grandmama, your grandmother, your mama, all the way down. They call that generational curse. Not necessarily a curse. Because then you want to say, what curse? Like the spirit thing. What spirit? Like when like when something bad happened in somebody's family, and people would say, "Oh, why God let this happen?" Why God? It's other spirits out there. Why God? You know what I'm saying? We don't know what did what. Everybody say, "Oh, the spirit." Why God? That gonna be God. God is a good God. There's other entities going on. Okay, so you just that's why I don't even be trying to. It would take forever for me to come on here and try to just explain everything, especially somebody that don't know the Bible at all. And just a lot of things that they don't know, that would come from a whole different channel of me, a whole different situation right now. I just don't want to do it right here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't understand, these young kids with all of these STDs we went through back in the 80s, so they wouldn't have to go through what we went through. But they act like they don't care. They sure do act like they don't care. I've been missing in action this week, but I most acted at Pettyville Ride. Yeah, once you watch somebody that's describing everything that went on, it's easy to catch up. Good morning, Anthony Smith. That's silly to me. Don't touch me. Yeah, no one's silly to us back then, though. No, that's just the way it was. Cancer's in the blood, it can't be removed. Right. So do you agree that because some people think HIV is a form of a blood cancer? Some people, I've heard people describe it like that before. Do you agree, Faith?
All I know is HIV. I believe AIDS was made as a warfare, and I don't know why they put it out here. I don't know what was the purpose. I know it's man-made, so I really don't know what it can actually do. Oh, I'm sorry.
And now you can grab your phone. Boom,
I've heard that it's been around probably. Huh?
Your commercials are in your stuff. I'm trying to go to a different device.
My commercials?
Yeah, when I just clicked on another device, the commercial came up already.
Okay, but so I just lost my thought. But anyway, I don't know. There's so much going on these days in the world, and so I'm gonna go back to the beginning. So I talked about. Let me reiterate. Wendy, what do you think about the Wendy Williams? Your husband wanting some more money with his sorry butt.
He need to get his ass out there and get a job, and I mean, honestly, that's why he's never gonna marry that woman that he got the baby with, because he feels that he can always mooch off of Wendy. But Wendy done took care of him and that woman and that baby, so he need to get a job.
She need to too. He even financed all her failed businesses, and she got the audacity to try to throw shade too at her over there at the Instagram. It's sorry, she's sorry, and I wouldn't want to just lay around and wait for some other woman. First of all, I had friends that when they divorced their husband and then the husband got a new wife, that new wife didn't want to move in the same house that you and your wife used to have. So my point is, I don't want to. If you can't take care of me, we got to depend on your woman. That would be an insult to me. But he's sorry. He on it crying and begging for to go in foreclosure. And some people say, and do you agree that they think some of that Wendy do is a put on because she knows she ain't got to pay him no more once she get ill and got fired, it don't work no more. They gonna either adjust the payments because the podcast ain't gonna be equal to the amount of money she's making, or cancel the payments. Period. It's over with now because she ain't working no more. That's what the stipulation is. And stop if she get fired. Ain't working no more, or can be adjusted if she working and make less money. She ain't working. The podcast ain't no job. She don't have to be on there. So, and do you think she probably putting on a little bit? If she is, she's very clever. She's very clever. If she is, she might not be as sick. And she makes sure she make a point to be out clever so people see she's
wonderful that she's not working. I think it's wonderful. I think it's wonderful she's not working. That nigga's not. Excuse my French, but that nigga need to get off his ass and do some work. He ain't worked the whole time he was with her.
No. Talking about he helped build the business. I'm sorry. That's what you call sorry. It pays away from they say she had brain tumor. Let me catch up with the chat though too. But yeah, just sorry, girl. Good morning, Pizarro. Head to the right. What is it? Oh, that's a troll name. Well, good money, y'all. Y'all don't bother me. And Miss Pizarro, y'all don't bother her with them troll names. Miss Pizarro, she laughs at them troll names.
I think that's I think that's an intel. They
Oh,
was in
that's
her
good
meeting.
morning, Intel. Gonna be some funny names y'all be having. I mean, they grabbed their days right away. But yeah, I don't know. So that was one thing. What else? Like, the RICO thing. I feel bad for the whole family.
I
You know,
mean, I found a lot of inconsistencies within the story. Like, do y'all recall Rico telling us that his grandmother and his aunt were the ones that his grandmother and grandfather really raised him. His aunt and them were like his sisters and brothers, so they grew up like sisters and brothers, which included his mother. But then his mother said that she raised him.
right. It's the one that passed Crystal. The one that
Yeah,
he
Sparkle.
did say
Her
that.
name was Sparkle.
Oh yeah, Sparkle. I don't know what got to get that Chris. Yeah, Sparkle. That's what he said. But and I'm trying to figure out how you raise him. If you was a street person, you was an alcoholic, still is. And how did you raise him? And she says she raised stepkids, but you can listen to and tell that she still got the problem that he got. So I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It's a lot of inconsistency. But why would that woman come on here and put all this stuff out? And now we know where he get that from. He sounds just like her. They say the same thing, and that's where he get all that from. That's what now we see. But I feel bad for the whole family. I really do. I just, that if anybody needed some counseling, which he don't like nobody saying this, he gonna say it, they do. They seriously do, because he can break that cycle right now. Well, she can too. She's 48 years old. It ain't too late. So I don't got nothing bad to say about that woman. And then people say, oh, I love it. I like his mom. I like his mom. No, Kimmy, y'all don't like her. Y'all like the fact she came out here putting all her business out like that, and that was commentary. No, you don't know what to like her like that.
Like who?
And they saying they like his mother. Okay.
A lot of people keep saying that she's real, she's real, she's real. And I don't mean no disrespect, but she's real ignorant. It's no reason for you to do and say. And you don't know these people on here. Rico go through enough on here without his mama coming out here adding to it.
Yeah, and that's why I said, what do you mean? I like her. No, you don't like her. It was just a lot of commentary people was interested in, and she say the same thing he say. Like, and he always say, I keep it real, I'm transparent. No, you talking too much. Then your mama came on and talked about, y'all talked the whole family business, all that dysfunction. Come on, get some counseling. That's what I'm saying. Something's wrong there, and they think it's normal. They don't see that. They just don't see that they need some counseling. They just don't see the dysfunction. And when she first
likes to see a shit show over here, and we know most of us are here for the shits and giggles and all of that, but this just wasn't the place for it. I just wasn't interested, and I didn't stay anywhere where it was being talked about.
Right. They like her for kind. Yeah, phenomenal. That's what I say. What you mean, like her? You just met her. What you like about her? Telling all their family business. She told what Rico didn't tell. She went farther than Rico. Come on now. And that's just some way to get back at him when he come out here calling us all kind of names. He just gave some more evidence.
I'm never gonna. I never speak ill of Rico, no matter what he does. I may not like what he says. I might not like what he's done, but I will never come out here and talk about that man, because we all see there's a struggle there, and it just seems like, and yeah, sometimes Rico say some raunchy stuff out there, but I mean, he's been prodded and poked as much as anybody.
You kind of keep going out.
I know. I wondered.
And the thing,
I'm gonna switch to another device because this one not acting right.
Yes, I was gonna tell you going in and out. So let me say this while you straighten it out. He ain't been bothering me lately. He ain't saying nothing about me. Good thing. But then if he does, that's the ammunition. I'll come back on him anyway. It's the truth. That's just what he did. He put some ammunition out there, but he hasn't been bothering me. I don't know the lady. I don't want to go at the lady, but y'all people. I'm old school too. Like she kept talking about she old school. Back in the day, when you call a woman a bitch, first thing she hollers your mama. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to come back at him. If you're going to call me all those B's, well, then your mama is too. So that's cut back, for when he get, slightly drunk and start doing all that. But I'm glad he ain't been bothering me. He really hasn't. So I don't have nothing to say. And I really don't have nothing to say ill about his mother. I feel bad for her. I just really do feel bad for her. You know, I do, because they don't know when it's too far, and that's where he got that from. So yeah, just keep praying for him. You don't got to sit on bad about him. So I'm glad he's not bothering me, because if I didn't knew that back then, we just called me all those. I probably would have just do that up there. I mean, I'm just being truthful. I feel bad for the whole family, for the granddaddy all the way down. And then I just saw Stacy said generation cursing, and that's what people call generation cursing. That's what they call. Yeah, you know, and nobody support direct nobody but Stacy. If somebody come at you, you're gonna go back with what you got, okay? Because you know he would bring up all the lies too. She got the purse, she did. He would do all that, and I just got back. I don't hate the young man. I don't hate nobody on here. I never disliked him or nothing like that. But from day one, he came at me first, just like he did with Spitty Boy last night. Spitty Boy wasn't talking to him, you know. But anyway, I just feel bad for the whole family. Y'all just pray for that family to get some counseling, because they definitely need it. I don't have nothing bad to say right now at this point. They're going to try to keep it that way. I'm just talking about what went on, and that was the tea on the streets. How you said, Jay Wilson, if it's out there, we're going to talk about it. But just to be coming on there and just talking about it because it's there, you know, and talking about it in a negative way, no, I don't want to go there. I'm really praying for that family to get some help. It's about time. Your mama say you're going to be 33 in March. Come on now, wake up and smell the bacon. You're a grown, overgrown man. You know, you're already grown at 21, then 25. Now you're over 30. Are you serious? You keep saying, I'm only this, I'm only that. No, that's right there. Tell you, y'all, there's something wrong right there. Something wasn't right as a child from day one. And I think somebody asked the question, did the stepdaddy touch him? Girl, that's just, let me just say, y'all, I don't know what to say about that situation, but I agree with you too, Faith. Yeah, the stories are inconsistent, not that we care. Cooling bitch, she got a lot of mouth. Ronnie Howard cooling.
Ronnie, you said they can dish it, but and they can, if he can dish it, he can take it. You know, there's a lot of them out here, especially the newer people that have come that come out here and try to dish it and can't take it.
Right.
So I mean, they damn near having mental breakdowns on the damn channels now.
Yeah,
if you're not built for this shit, shut your mouth and stay in the chat and don't say shit. Because if somebody come back at you harder, then they have a problem with it. Then everybody got to feel sorry. No.
Yes, I said me. I understand you. I said me. Oh, okay. Phenomenal. I mean, you don't have to be talking to the pole and put her mouth there. I don't know what that conversation is, y'all. I'll keep reading those.
And he said, when he said phenomenal, I mean, you don't have to be talking to that pole bitch. And she put her mouth in everything.
Good morning, Miss Intel. I didn't even get a chance to watch you this morning. And right before I came on,
I'm not leaving Chat Rep alone. Chat Rep fucked with me for months. Kept asking the little bitch leave me alone. Little bitch kept fucking with me, and then I'm on my shit. I'm on demon time. Anytime I think about I want to fuck with her, I'ma fuck with her.
Now, Shadrach, now that was the one on Brianna's panel the other day, right? That was arguing. Was that the one Jay Dunn kept arguing? You know, on Brianna's panel the other day, Jay Dunn and Miss Pizarro was running the panel, and Jay Dunn just wouldn't let nobody have their time. You know, I mean, just couldn't stop. If I was Miss Pizarro, I would say, Brianna, can you just keep in the back to everybody get a turn? Yeah. So wasn't that Shadrach up there too?
No, Ronnie. I was talking to Manny. Manny told me to leave Chat Rep alone, and I said, I fuck Chat Rep, shit rap as I call him.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that though. They had it going on too on Brianna's channel too. You know, about everything. Jay Dunn just wouldn't let nobody talk, and then she tried to be slick. She told Brianna she'd give her $10 for that extra 10 seconds. Then when Brianna had to go do whatever it is she was doing, she was saying, "But I paid it out." Everybody trying to tell her, "No, you paid it for 10 seconds. That 10 seconds over with. You didn't want to give up the 30, so you can to let people give you some of their leftover time. Well, nobody have no leftover time. If they didn't use the you move to the next thing. You know, I mean, she just wouldn't stop. Oh my God, she just wouldn't stop.
Jay Dunn tickles me. I'm gonna tell you.
She is funny. She is funny, and she just wouldn't stop no matter how much. Because I would tell her, I was getting frustrated. I wasn't the one running the channel. Good morning, Shady Blue. Just come to get a seat and they played afterwards. Okay, now I do got some leftovers though. You know, I'm not cooking nothing fresh, but you're more than welcome to some
I'm
of my
sick of
leftovers.
leftovers. I'm sick of it, bless. I fixed a pot roast. I done ate it 3 times now, and I still got another helping of a nice size helping and enough for a sandwich. I'll be so glad when I'm finished with this pot roast. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, because I'm not a meaty eating person either. Like I made that pork sirloin roast, the long look like a log. And
Mm-hmm.
that I don't want it no more. I'm telling you, I like bony meat. I know my husband's been knocking that off like that. You know, and I made some gravy,
Why
some
don't you just make some barbecue out of it, fix some coleslaw, and get us something, make some sandwiches out of it.
yeah, I can't do that, but I just, you know, I don't know. Now I got something else out up there, the little rib tip things out there. I just make some gravy to those. You don't got to barbecue. Sometimes I get my ribs and slice them up too and fry them like I do pork chops, you know, but brown them and make gravy too. You don't just got to barbecue 'em.
Mm-hmm.
But and then once I eat, I leave it alone because I really do like neck bones and other kind of meats. I really do.
I
So
like bone meat too.
yeah, I really like bony
But
meat
you know, it's
now.
really hard to find a chuck roast with a bone in it anymore.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. And I got this ham bone with a lot of ham still on it. I said my freeze at the Christmas. I want that bone. So I couldn't use that ham out there because I want that bone for some white beans. I just feel like ham make better white beans. You know what I'm saying? I want that bone. So
I put ham in my white beans. I use smoked and fresh neck bones in my black eyed peas, but I love ham for my white beans.
yeah, I like smoked neck bones. I like that too, my black eyed peas sometimes, but I really
Oh, and I
rather
put hog mark. I mean, not a hog mark, a ham hock in it too. I use a ham
yeah,
hock,
yeah. But
fresh and my black eyed peas got more meat than beans by the time I finish.
and see, I'm like you, Shady Blue. I gotta have my bones. I just like my
Mm-hmm.
bones. And that's where the flavor be coming from. I just got to have it. Ham, yeah, you can put ham hocks though in the seasons and everything. Then I ain't got to put all that salt and stuff in there. We still so the ham hock, but with smoked neck bones, smoked ones, you don't. People like smoked turkey these days, but you still got the
I
solid
don't
neck.
like smoked turkey. I don't use turkey in none of my stuff. I'm a pork girl. I'm not
Yeah,
using no
me too.
turkey in nothing.
That's right, because then you got to still season it too hard. Just get your smoked neck bones, go halfway season before you got to put all that salt in there. So I guess I make
That's mother used to do pigtails in her greens. Oh my God, I used to love her
the
greens.
best greens. One of my sisters used to love to bake them pigtails though too. In the oven, the skin be nice and not but crunchy. The meat be tender inside. Have you ever baked pigtails before?
Nope, I ain't never cooked pigtails. That's why I fell in love with hers.
Oh,
I never,
yeah.
and it still happen to this day. I just don't. Mm-mm.
Some
Shady.
people like
Oh, Dwayne, can I
warm.
come for dinner? I just want some greens and some cornbread. You ain't got to fix me nothing else.
And I got some smoked turkey tails in my fridge. You know why got the smoked turkey tails? Because a couple of years ago, now one of my sisters baked them, but I never really used them to season on my greens and beans stuff. But I got those because one of my friends, when she cooked her chitlins, she put smoked turkey tails in it,
I don't want
and
no.
it
I like
flavored it.
fresh turkey tails. Like in my
What?
family, we used to buy fresh turkey tails and bake them on a rack, and that's all that fat drip out, and then
Uh-huh.
it's still a little bit. It's mostly fat. It's little pieces of meat in it, but
Right.
the skin is so crunchy. It was so good.
Yeah, but she was telling me to put the smoked turkey tails in the chitlins because it helped flavor the
Mm-mm.
chitlins to a different flavor. I
Mm-mm.
tried it. It was okay, but I didn't like that smoky flavor on my chitlins. So I
Right. I'm not putting nothing smoked in my chitlins. That's not gonna happen.
tried it. I didn't really care for it like that though. I really didn't.
Well,
Just give
don't
me
play
my
with me 'cause don't think I won't pop up.
yeah, chitlins and hog maws, pigtails, ham hocks, and smoked neck bone, baby. Ain't that right? I'm telling you. Yeah, now that's the best seasoning meat, far as I'm concerned. To me, in my opinion, no, 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 no. The smoked turkey don't season nothing. Oh yeah, now if I want to get old fashioned, Shady Blue, salt pork make the best greens. I don't care what nobody's saying. That's how people used to do their greens back in the day. We didn't use all of our parents. We didn't use all those different meats then. But each generation food cook is different. People find new ways of cooking food, the whole 9 yards, whatever. But salt pork, y'all, make the best greens. One of my brother-in-laws, one of my sister husbands, he cooked the green. He was an older guy too. She liked an older man, and he made some greens one day. And he just had a seasoning only. The mustard greens with some salt pork and that hot water bread on the side. Now, y'all, that's a total different taste. Now, that was cooked very old fashioned because he was the first one that smothered down some hog maws. We had never, my hog maws always been my chitlins, but he cooked some hog maws and made some red gravy to it. And my sister didn't like hog maw, but she liked it. She said, I never tasted a hog maw and gravy, brown gravy or whatever. So he cooked it very old fashioned. You know, he was an older guy. I mean, she liked it older me. Okay, for real. Let me see how old was that. Now, when she was in her 30s, he might have been the same age as my daddy. I don't know. Just, you know how some young ladies like old men, like the old man for real?
Mm-hmm.
She liked it older man. She liked it older man.
Yeah, I used to love when my mother used to cook greens and she used to fry that fat back.
Oh, yes.
She used to put it up on the stove waiting to, she would fry it and then put it on the plate in the middle of the stove. Child, but if she ain't move fast enough, I had me about 4 slices of bread and all that fat back I could get.
And that's what y'all call it. Because I remember sometime we grew up, we had fried salt pork. They got it sliced up, you know, like you would slice a bacon, but they would boil the salt off first because back then salt pork was saltier. Nowadays,
it was way salty.
Slice it up. People, my nieces don't know. Then you eat fried salt pork. I said, yeah, we used to have that in the mornings with our biscuits and syrup and some fried salt pork instead of bacon. Sometimes that's the best eat. Y'all got me thinking about what I want to cook. I kind of want to do one of these recipes from what some of these ladies from Nigeria. They would fry their bacon. They would fry they use purple onion in both all the recipes. When I be looking at them ladies over there in Ghana and all them different places, they always use purple onion. Start off frying it first, then the garlic, then the tomatoes in there. Then they throw the vegetable on top of it, which would be potato leaves or spinach, whatever. But they be doing. I never saw a combination of peanuts and beans. That one of them has some peanuts and black eyed peas. I heard Miss Pizarro say the other day something about some boiled. I was in the chat. She was talking about boiled peanuts.
I love boiled peanuts, but I ain't never had it with neck bones in it. I ain't never had that yet, April. I'm gonna have to come back down that way.
It's called Nicketis nephew Dwayne. What? Let me go back up. What's called Nicketis?
Dwayne told me if I come and eat, he was saying that I'm gonna fall asleep before I leave. Yeah, I don't have no problem with nigga-itis. I have nigga-itis plenty of times.
Okay. I said Nicketis, but it's nigga-tis, but it's pronounced niggatitis. Okay, Nicketis. But anyway, I might try that though. But Pizarro, if you still here, if somebody answer this. You cook them down like you do beans for boiled peanuts?
I never had the neck bones in the beans, in the boiled peanuts. I only had the Cajun boiled peanuts and the regular boiled peanuts, but I love boiled peanuts, but I ain't never had it with neck bones. I'm gonna have to find somebody to do that for me.
I said you're right. I'm just saying that salt pork made the best greens. I'm telling you, because you know back in the day when I was growing, my parents, they didn't really call that meat and stuff like that. If anything, they had the pigtails on the neck bones on the side, you know, with the green. You'll have you some greens, some hot water bread, and some neck bones boiled on the side. That would be your meat instead of a pork chop or a piece of chicken. Your meat would be on your neck bone be on the side, but the salt pork is seasoned in the greens. I'm talking about the old-fashioned dinners for real. But yeah, I like some salt pork. Y'all making me want some of everything now. Have you ever had boiled peanuts with smoke? I never had boiled peanuts, period. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know about it till I heard Pizarro say it. I was in a chat the other day, boiled peanuts. Then I questioned it, boiled peanuts? I'm going to try to, is it just a batch of boiled peanuts? You just boil them down? You know,
I've never
how did that work?
When I was in Daytona was the first time I had it, and they just had it was like a little market, and they was out there selling boiled peanuts. Oh my God, that was so good.
I mean, they actually boiled. They're not in the shell. I mean, are they boiled down?
No, they in the shell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the whole shell and everything is boiled.
Because this Nigerian lady, one of them, they mix peanuts with their black eyed peas with their beans and cook it together. So I'm thinking under the impression that it's something like that. I'm gonna have to find out. I'm gonna have to call around out here and see where the boiled peanuts are. Oh, I want to try it. Okay. So what's the difference in boiling them and baking or broiling them? You know how we buy peanuts? You leave the peanuts in the shell.
I love, but you know what? I love raw peanuts, and my mother used to tell me I was gonna get worms. So I I love raw peanuts.
I can eat them raw, but I don't care for them that much. I really haven't roasted, with the salt. Dr. Outside April said,
I like
Demi
raw.
did it. Demi did it, went crazy at what I was showing her when she was her auntie at Blessed Face. She had a hot sausage for the first time. She called it Tracy D and showed her first time having a hot sausage. They didn't have hot sausages down there in Chicago. Her mother didn't have either. Tracy D and them didn't eat hot sausage. That's the first time with a hot sausage. Really?
Blind Spot said they sell boiled peanuts in San Francisco on Market Street at a little restaurant.
Oh, okay. I wonder is that the closest I can get? Which that ain't far though. Oh, okay. So it must be, since she said San Francisco. I don't know if it's what. I don't know if it's But anyway, I'm willing to try it. I'm ready to try it. And
They good.
Oh, okay. The butter beans with black eyed peas. Oh my God, butter beans! Y'all talk about all this.
Butter beans. I love butter beans. I love the speckled ones too.
Yeah, I like all the butter beans, but speckled butter beans. I like lima beans, the white lima beans. I like them all. I just like them all. There's not too many beans I don't like. But anyway, girl, I'm telling you, so much went on the weekend. I was glad.
Talking about you making me. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to find voodoo. If you can't get them in a bush, they sell them in a can. Off the social. Okay.
Is that
April? What do you call a hot sausage? That's what I want to know.
You don't know what a hot sausage is? What I call it,
people call them different things.
Or hot links. Some people call hot links a sausage, but then they got them long, big Italian sausages. They call them, but they look like what breakfast sausages are. They links. They got some hot ones. That's what I'm assuming she's talking about. Then they had a great big one. They call them Italian sausage, but they big sausages, and you can get them hot, mild, or whatever. It's all kind of hot sausages. It could be hot links or something. You never heard of a sausage for real? You know what a sausage is, so you know what a hot sausage is.
I mean, it's just people that say they call different things. Like we got half smokes. Only people that talk about half smokes are people in this area. We got hot links.
But it's talking about something else, so I just caught on.
It's pickle sausage.
You talking about those kind? I'm going because there's a lot of kind. Faith and be in a jar. If you go to delicatessen or the meat part of some stores, how they have jars of boiled egg. They have pickled eggs, pig feet, and then they have
pickled eggs.
Right.
Okay, that's
but we call them hot sausages. And
right.
That's what we call a hot sausage.
We call them hot sausage. Yeah, and they look pinkish, reddish, and stuff. That's the ones you're talking about. Okay.
And Demi did it had never had it. She went crazy. I was showing that she tasted. She called Tracy D on the phone, talking about, look what I'm eating. And I showed her the boiled peanuts and stuff. Demi them ain't never had nothing like that.
Oh, I thought everybody knew the pickled hot sausage is what I call it. But I went to, because sometimes they call those big Italian sausages and the link sauce, they can be hot too. That's what I was aware of that. But yeah, if you had said pickled sausage or pickled hot, I wouldn't know
pickled sausage. But we call them hot sausage.
Yeah. Oh, I thought they was everywhere. Oh, okay.
Like they do up here, they take the pickled sausage with the pickled egg and they put sunflower seeds in it and smush it all up together and eat it.
White cheddar popcorn. Hot sausage, pickled egg, and white cheddar popcorn.
Okay, they do it with sunflower seeds here. I don't eat this shit.
Do you put peanuts in your Pepsi? I still
long time ago. When I was young, I used to do it. I don't waste no peanuts in my Pepsi.
No, I don't put that. Some people put milk in their Pepsi. Blind Spot said that pickle sausage. Yeah, they are very salty. Now, if you got high blood pressure, don't eat them. They are salty. They are.
Yeah, I don't milk and Pepsi. Ew.
I had 12 good. Shady Blue. I had
the Bernie Shirley used to do it all the time. That's where I got it from.
Milk and Pepsi.
Yeah,
tastes like an ice cream soda.
Yeah, that's what it tastes like. That's just like you can put orange juice in vanilla ice cream. It'll taste like one of the 50/50 ice cream that be on the stick with orange on the outside and vanilla inside. You
Well,
know,
I
like
done
drink
did that. I done
But
Yeah,
you
did
know
that
yeah.
what else? You
either.
can make that into a liquor drink too. April, take a
Or
stick
root
of
beer.
the frozen orange juice and one of those pina colada daiquiri, the frozen ones. They come in a
Mhm.
little can. Mix them half and half of each, and put whatever kind of liquor in it and ice. Blend that sucker up.
Yeah,
Oh, well, I done did it with root beer, but not Pepsi.
yeah. You can do
Mm-mm.
it with the Pepsi. It's good. It really is. Now, Shady Blue, I bought a can of quail eggs one time for the delicatessen store. Being that I don't really care for eggs, especially the white part of them. But for some reason, them little bitty eggs was good. You can still mash those up too and put it into tuna
Yeah.
and other salads and stuff. So, yeah, I would eat those. You know, like how I used to do RC, that with RC. Probably take, yeah, it does. That's what
Yeah.
y'all know about buttermilk. Oh, that used to be for breakfast. I left over cornbread. We put some buttermilk on there and sprinkle a little sugar. That
I
was
don't
like
like
cereal. Y'all
buttermilk.
never did that?
I don't like buttermilk.
Yeah, yeah, buttermilk, or you can just use regular milk. That people grew up like that, Shady Blue back then. Some people still want to eat it like that. I ain't bought no buttermilk in a long time. Every once in a while, I'll get the taste for it. Because sometimes I make just pan cornbread instead of regular buttermilk. Regular buttermilk. But my leftover cornbread, we used to crumble up, kids coming up, and put some buttermilk on it with a little sugar. You eat it like a cereal. For those that don't
Well,
know,
well, that's all my kids grew up on. That cornbread, that collard green looking cornbread.
oh yes, indeed, that pot liquor. Yeah, if you got somebody, because a lot of people have a lot of juice to their greens, they put in my water. But that leftover pot liquor, I would feed to my kids, man, some cornbread up in there as a kid. Or even the bean juice, the juice off the beans. You get it not too thick, not too thin. My husband called it gravy, gravy, and there's no gravy though. It's
And
bean
they be
juice.
talking about,
That's
and they
like
be
the cream of red beans. But put some cornbread
Auntie and
in it.
Yaya, they be talking about, don't feed the baby, feed the baby formula. Listen here, I was having babies back to back to back. I needed them to sleep. I needed them to be full, and
Exactly.
breastfeeding them wasn't getting it. So I would make them grits, put some Karo syrup in there, and that pot looking that cornbread, honey. They was
Because
fat and full.
because I'm like baby food and stuff ain't always been around. Quite sure I wasn't fed no baby food, and I know my older sister, well, she would breastfeed, but that was the one I was telling y'all that taught me to get the cereals. And then I started getting the box of cereal with the different kind. And I would use the rice one this week, the barley one this week, so I can see each week. The whole week I would use one, see if he was allergic to anything he wasn't. But my babies were getting cereals in 2 weeks, a little bit in their milk to help them sleep at night. By the time I go to the doctor, oh, now they can start eating this now. They just don't know. I already smashed the potatoes and smashed the banana and peas, taking the pot and lick off my greens and beans, feeding it to them. That's just because what you think our parents did? When we was growing up, they didn't have all that stuff like that. They had to cook their own food.
And a teaspoon of Karo syrup to keep them from being
That's right.
constipated.
That's right. Sure did. Come on now. That stuff ain't always been around. And I tell that to my niece right now today. My new grandbaby over there, he having some cereal already, a little over a month. I tell you, better get that baby some cereal. You start the rice one though, because that's what everybody start off with. Don't get too many late reactions to rice. And then next week do a different kind, like that, so you can know. But then
Right.
nobody's learning. My grandbaby came over, and she was 6 months old, and my daughter-in-law would have her. I always had her with a bag of Cheetos. I said, she ain't got no teeth yet. Oh, she likes to suck on them. I said, okay. And I got to thinking, well, I'm saying that, and I know I gave my kids everything. Cereal started just a little bit, starting at 2 weeks. Not even quite a quarter of a teaspoon. Just a little bit. Start them off slow. Them babies be healthy.
And I would put the string through the drumstick and put it on my baby neck when they were teasing.
Yep. Wow, girl, you did everything I came up doing. We didn't do all that new stuff they doing, and the babies be nice and healthy. Even Pampers came out in the 80s, but my sisters had me with some real diapers and some rubbers. Did you do that too? The diapers and the rubbers?
My
Because I had
grandma,
to get down there, and the wash machine was in the basement. I had to get down there and wash them diapers and them gowns and stuff every day. That's what they had me doing, even though the newer stuff was coming out. But no, and I loved it. By the time I met a child, I really appreciated getting taught. all that stuff.
I had cloth diapers with all my babies because like if they get a diaper rash, that's what I would put on them. Or I do what my grandma do. You know, put that petroleum, clean them off, put that petroleum jelly on them, put a blanket down on the ground with their toy and let them just crawl around naked.
Exactly. They needed air to hit that. And then they got all this new stuff out, Desitin and all that stuff. Just put some Vaseline on the baby's butt and let it get some air like what you just said. See, people don't know that stuff working back then. They just
it worked now, Auntie. It worked now. It works now.
If they were to do it now.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we did some stuff
I
back
had
then.
cloth diapers for my son too, but I used I had a diaper service.
I know how to do the belly band when the baby born to make sure his belly don't get his neighbor don't get that air in there.
Little neighbor hair and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we
how you burn the cloth and you put it around the baby belly to make sure the air don't get in there. You put a black string on their wrist for those whose menstruation is on, so the baby don't get it.
Well, to me that was kind of now what my brother, his baby got constipated. His mother was telling her daughter to put a piece of her bra on. I didn't believe all that though. That sounded like some voodoo mess to me. You know, because the baby got constipated because my sister held the baby while she was on the period. So she told me go get a piece of bra to put on there. I don't believe it, all that stuff.
Well, my grandma would tell us to take them around the table 4 or 5 times, but the only time we would give the bra is when we would have to go to work. And we give the bra to the person keeping the baby, so the baby would sleep and calm down because they still would smell us.
So you do know about the bra thing then too, yeah. It's just so much.
I'm real country.
I heard getting baby frozen waffles, frozen popsicle poles, and anything on their gums, Manny, when they teething.
That chicken bone, Manny. That drumstick, Manny. Put that needle through there, put that string through it, put it on their neck. You ain't never got to worry about them. They'll gnaw on that bone.
Donnell, you're kind of late with this, but we did talk about this. A person that is undetectable can't transmit HIV to another person. The same goes for the mother who is infected. If the mother is undetectable, then she can't pass. So you're either behind on your thing, or am I behind in my check? No, I'm not. Okay, but yeah, okay.
He's behind.
Oh, okay. I absolutely work now. Yeah, it worked now, but these young ladies want to just do stuff just too fast. You know what I'm saying? They just want to just, I don't know.
But that's the generation we live in now. I mean, these are the times. Everybody wants everything fast. It's the microwave age. They want everything quick, fast, and in a hurry. Don't nobody want to work for nothing. Don't nobody want to wait for nothing. That's the problem.
I also stayed in the house for 30, 40 days.
Oh, I stayed in the house one day. The day I came out the hospital, I was gone.
I didn't need it because I came out, I think, the 3rd day. Because in my family, this is what we used to do. When somebody was pregnant, we would make sure we had a dozen of diaper, a couple of gowns, a couple of receiver blades, whatever, for when the baby come home. And then, because we wouldn't buy all the stuff, back then they said it was good to buy all that stuff before the baby is born. So once the baby's born, you got the stuff back then. You had to put your stuff on hold. There was the stuff. The 3rd day, I was in the store picking up all the rest of my stuff. You know, I was at the wall. You know, I didn't have no stitches, but even stitches, ladies still get up, just like in slavery. Them babies drop them babies, get out there in that field and keep on working. But nowadays, the stuff that the ladies put in their bodies ain't healthy no more like that. So they have to get out there and go back to work. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is.
But they give you maternity leave, so I would stay in the house. When I say in the house, at home in the house for 30 days, like my grandma told me, because my pores were open. And then mind you, I had all C-sections. So,
okay, yeah.
You know, I was really open. So I stayed in there, and if I went out for the doctor's visit, I had to cover myself from head to toe. It could be 100 degrees out the door. And I had to cover myself and my baby from head to toe. But now my nieces and my grandchildren, mom, as soon as they had a baby, they out in the club, they out with the baby out now. And
I don't go that far. But back then, but April, my middle son, I had a C-section, so I get what you're saying about that. Of course, I didn't come out there with that. I was got the stitches and everything, and then I had to go off for my first visit at the 2 weeks. You know, I covered up real good, and I was in Las Vegas. It was hot. I said, "Because I'm good." But my other son doesn't have anything with. I wouldn't go outside, but I did go pick up my oldest son's stuff because I wanted to have them all wrapped up to see a baby. The baby, see, you go by the baby temperature or what my temperature is. You know what I'm saying? People be saying my baby cold. No, they don't know babies can take as much cold as you. And go by your temperature, how you think your baby feeling. See, a lot of people don't know that either. But it ain't like I just stayed. I went out every day or anything, but I did go and picked up all the stuff because I wanted to. You know what I'm
But
saying?
see, once I had my first C-section, my second son, I tried to have natural, but it didn't happen. So once I had 2 C-sections, every time I got pregnant, they scheduled me for a C-section.
And that's weird though, because back then they say you only can have up to 3 C-sections. Remember they used to say that? Yeah, they used to say you only can have 3 C-sections. But I
got cut 8 times.
Wow. And I had a bikini cut. I had a bikini cut. You can't see it because my pubic hair is growing on it.
Yeah. See, some people get that cut. Some people get that cut from here to here. I got a bikini cut every time, and it was sort of like a tummy tuck. So,
right. Yeah, you're right. Because they stitch you and you can't see it once your hair grow back over. Yeah, right. Right. But listen, ladies, I'm gonna get ready to get up off here. I've been on here 2 hours, an hour and 30 minutes longer than I planned. I appreciate y'all coming up.
Well, thank you for having me, and anybody in the chat. Hello, how you doing? Love y'all, y'all love you, auntie.
I'm gonna be looking for your live. When you say you coming on?
It probably be later. Because I'm gonna get my dogs shots in their bath today.
Okay.
So it'll be later. But I'll let Lady Nika know, and Lady Nika let you know.
Yeah, I gotta see if she coming on now. She used to come on a little bit after me. I'm hoping to catch her too, because I'll be having to surf around sometimes, especially when she tell me she ain't coming on. Then next thing I know, something happened. She came on. I said, okay, then I get there later. I catch the replay. But
because I have to play my music, so
yeah, that's what I like. That's be your commentary, and that's cool. I be liking that old music. You be knowing what to play.
All right. But if anybody see Jesus take the wheel, tell her I said I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do a video apologizing to her. Thank you so much, auntie. I love y'all. I love everybody in the chat. I'll see y'all on the YouTube streets.
Yeah, okay. If y'all forgot to hit that like, please go ahead and do so at this point. Drop those diamonds onto the left. Oh, if y'all want to hit my chin fund, go right ahead. Appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat today. Thank you. I got to roll the streets and see what's going on. There's a lot of new stuff on the thing now, y'all. I think my life. Try one of them today. I'm just might. Yeah, to make up the day that I took off. Now, when I was talking today, with no shade towards Rico and his mom, just saying too much information and Jay Wilson, people feel like they want to feel. If the boy want a family, he can have a family. So I don't understand that one. You know what I'm saying? I like Brian. Ain't nobody that don't. I just think Brian is funny. Ever since he came on my panel with I think there runs in the house. Brian, do what you got to do. If you feel that way, you feel that way. And you can still have a biological child if you don't want to get a woman. They got a sperm bank these days, and you go mix the egg. Everybody can have kids. You know what I'm saying? New technology out there. The scientists is finding all kind of ways for people to have babies. Okay, yeah, everybody can live their life the way they want to live it, and whatever's going on is between them and their maker. And that's all it is to it. Oh, she on already? Okay. I'm going on over there to the den, y'all. Let me see.